Hello again, everyone. We are back with episode 14 for my blind playthrough of Trails in the Sky. We are currently at the top of the Esmelas Tower with the reporter and photographer, and we just ran into the archaeologist. So Joshua told me to walk around and explore a little bit, and then I think we're gonna head back to town after that. Oh, Estelle, this place is wonderful, isn't it? I'm even starting to wonder if the number of photo quartz is going to be enough. The scenery sure is great, like you say. By the way, what's a photo quartz? It's an ultra-thin crystal circuit fabricated from septium. It's set up so that you can take a photograph by burning it with light. That's just what I'd expect from a camera woman, someone who knows the tools of the trade. Yeah, she'd be a really bad camera woman if she didn't know how to take pictures. That reminds me, what's the deal with Joshua? Well, he says he's getting some fresh air. A raven-haired young man standing silently in the flowing breeze. Oh god, why does everybody have a crush on Joshua? I think I could take a really good picture with that kind of a setting. Do you think he'd let me snap a shot of him if I asked? He doesn't seem to be a fan of that kind of stuff. I think he'd probably turn you down. Aw, what a waste. He's probably just shy, right? Seriously, like, all the older women have a crush on Joshua. It's kind of creepy. Oh man, the taste of a cigarette is wonderful. At first, I wasn't in the mood to come do a story in a rural place like Rolent, but sometimes these types of places aren't so bad. If you want to be rude like that, then maybe you shouldn't have come at all. No can do. This was a direct order from the editor-in-chief to teach that blockhead girl a thing or two. Otherwise, I'd be all over the kingdom searching for the latest scoop right now. When you say scoop, don't you just mean gossip for your next article? Not that I have anything against gossip, but reportage is predominantly greater. And in that sense, the place that has my interest peaked is Bose. The Bose region? Did something happen there? A number of large burglaries have taken place, one after another. The identity of the criminals is unknown, but it seems as though the group has got a pair of wings. Interesting. Wings. Oh, I see. An airship, right? What are they, sky bandits or something? That seems to be the most logical conclusion. But there's also the possibility that this could be an imitative deception by the Erebonian Empire. What? That's impossible. We're supposed to have a peace treaty with them. Sure, but the Empire incurred some heavy losses during the war 10 years ago. They can't do much now that every other nation on the continent has their eye on them, but it could be a way to get back at us. That said, nobody really knows for sure, which is why our job as reporters is to bring these things to light. Oh, hi there. Estelle, was it? Is your partner feeling alright? Yeah, he said he just wants to get a bit of fresh air. I see. There's certainly a nice breeze up here, isn't there? I wanted to say, however, that I'm impressed that the both of you are bracers at such a young age. If I remember correctly, one must be at least 16 years of age to qualify to become a bracer, right? You sure know your stuff. And that's right, I'm exactly 16 myself. How nice it is to be young. There are limitless possibilities at that age. If I were about 10 years younger, I'd solve the mysteries of all these ancient ruins across the entire continent with these very hands. The entire continent, huh? That's a pretty tall order. Which means that you're not from Liberal, right? No, I was born in the north. But just for the record, I'm not from Erebonia. You don't have to worry about that. Although I hate war with a passion, that hatred isn't directed at the people of the Empire. You lost someone dear to you? Yeah, my mother. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up any painful memories. It's okay, it happened more than 10 years ago, and since then, there's been a new addition to the family. Oh, so you mean that boy over there? Yeah, he's like a little brother, although he's probably trying to act more like an older brother. I wonder why I'm telling you all this. Usually this isn't the kind of thing a person tells others. It's perfectly fine. Aren't good relations such a wonderful thing? It wasn't letting me move. I think it's because he was standing right there, but I could not move. Are you still feeling sick, Joshua? No, I'm much better. I should be good to head back whenever everybody's ready. I'm relieved to hear that. What brought this all on, anyway? I doubt it was a lack of oxygen in the tower, because the rest of us are all right. Maybe it was a sudden fear of heights? I don't think so. Estelle, Joshua! Are you finished taking pictures? You bet I am, and I got a lot of good ones, too. Then it looks like we're done here. How about we head back to town? Alright, greenhorns, lead the way. I'm counting on you, children. Now the question is, do I actually have to go back through the tower? No, thank God! I was hoping I didn't. Thank you so much for escorting me back here. This is the first time I've ever been able to make it back from some ruins without being chased or bitten or... I don't know how to begin to express my appreciation. You don't need to thank us. It's our duty as bracers. I think you'd be better off hiring some bracers to begin with next time you go off to investigate some ruins. My head says yes, but my wallet says no. I'll try and save up a bit, though. Well, have a wonderful day, and I hope we can all meet again. I think it's about time we said goodbye as well. I was a bit nervous at first, but you kids did a fine job. Let me just say thank you to the both of you. That's what I like to call raw skill. Now don't get all cocky on me. The bracers I know would make you two look like little fledglings, not ready to leave the nest. You're going to need to work harder. I'll try to remember that. So are the two of you headed back to the company soon? Nah, we're going to spend a day or so relaxing here in Rolent. I need to write up a rough draft for some articles and such. I'll head over to the Orbital Factory and get these photographs developed. Take it easy, you two. I guess this is the last of the jobs we got from Dad. They were much tougher than I thought they'd be. I agree with you there. I feel like I have a greater awareness now about what it means to be a bracer. It's not just about fighting for justice. There you go again, saying all the right things. But yeah, I guess I get where you're coming from. It seems like we've got a long road ahead of us if we want to succeed in this profession. For the time being, why don't we report to the guild? It sounds like a good idea, but before we go, how are you doing? Still not feeling well? Thanks for asking, but I'm feeling a lot better. So we still don't know why Joshua was feeling sick. Also, I need to do a couple other things before we report to the guild. I still haven't done the monster chest over on the road this direction, that road. I haven't done that monster chest. It was also pointed out to me that I have not upgraded my gear at all. So I need to do that at some point as well. For right now, I could use some health. Why are they walking so slowly? She doesn't normally walk this slowly. It's kind of bothering me. Estelle, why are you so slow? I'm assuming it's just because I haven't finished that main quest yet, but... We're gonna go try to kill that monster chest first before I completely forget about it again. Just gotta remember where it was. I know it was like on the edge behind a tree. I just don't remember if it was on the first map or the second. Ooh.
That's that then. Let's move out.
The speed up button goes real fast. a little too fast. I don't know how often I'll use that. But it's good to know that it's available. So here, I think it was this tree. This shouldn't be too bad now. Gotten a lot stronger. Okay, it might still be kind of difficult. Maybe I should have gotten new gear before coming to the chest instead of the other way. I just need a really good AoE right now. That's what I need. Because they're all clumped together very nicely. Oh, like that. Oh, that did very, very little damage. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I still can't do that monster chest, at least not easily. I got really excited when it said Hurricane was AoE, but it did like very little damage. And we'll go to the guild first, I guess. Oh, hi, Shara. Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Shira, what are you doing here? This is a rare occasion. You're usually out and about. I just finished the jobs I took over for your father, and I was reporting to the guild. So you finished your load too, huh? Somehow or other, I guess. I heard from Ina that you guys aren't doing too bad yourselves. I guess everything I went through to train the two of you amounted to something. We're grateful, too. Well, I guess we'll report in as well, then. Go ahead, let's hear what you've got. Wow, got 2,000. Good work, you two. How about you, Shara? Don't you think they've done a fine job? For a bunch of newbies, you did an average job. But you shouldn't be satisfied with that level of work. Especially you, Estelle. You're always the first to get on that high horse of yours. Okay, I get it already. Great work, all of you. I'm surprised that we were able to fill the work gap left by Cassius so quickly. I wonder if we'll be able to relax for a bit now. I don't know. I can imagine that the downtime might be a bit of a drag. Well, that won't be a problem since there are plenty of other small jobs like patrolling the roads and exterminating monsters. It's been a while since I've been able to take a break. Alright, it's time for my reward. I'm going to drink until I can't drink anymore tonight. Estelle, Joshua, you two join me as well. No thank you. We have to watch you get plastered and make a fool of yourself? Oh, so what you're saying is that you're turning down my invitation? You've got a lot of nerve to do something like that to your mentor. What am I supposed to say? Your drinking habits are intolerable. You cause a ruckus, dance like a maniac, and try to strip in public. Agreed. It's pretty embarrassing. Sherazard, just where do you think you're going to take these underage kids? Come on, the alcohol is what makes things entertaining. But if you're so against coming along with me, then I don't need you, Estelle. Really? Yep. Oh, no. I saw that coming. Instead, I'll just have Joshua make up for your absence. Why me? Shira? Now hold on a minute. Joshua, you look like you'll make a fine companion. Whether we're talking booze or something else behind closed doors, I'll help break you in. Oh no. Oh no. No, no. All right, you big pervert, Joshua. Why are you drooling like that? It's not what you think. We've got a major problem. Huh? Mayor Klaus? Did somebody steal it? Somebody stole it. Estelle, Joshua, and Sherazard, am I glad to see you? Saved by the bell. What's wrong, sir? And why are you in such a hurry? This is terrible. My home. Disaster. It's gone. What? Alright, calm down, Mayor Klaus. Take a deep breath and let it out. Apparently, it seems as though my home was robbed while I was out. What? That's not being calm at all, Estelle. I had something to speak with Father Divine about, so I was over at the chapel, and when I came home, it was rather odd for no one to greet me at the door, so I looked around, and the rooms were in a state of great disarray. Wait, what about your wife and Lita? Don't worry, they're both fine. I found them locked up in the attic room. That's a relief to hear. It's lucky that no harm came to anyone. It won't get us anywhere just sitting around here, so could you take us to the crime scene, Mayor Klaus? Absolutely. I appreciate your cooperation. Wait for me. I'm going too. Good idea. We may be able to be of some help. Well, if you insist. Ina, we'll be at the mayor's place investigating the incident. If you have anything come up, just toss it on Ridge's shoulders. Poor Ridge. I'm sure he's just relaxing at the bar anyway. Yes, I'll do that. And everyone, be careful. Wow, this place is an absolute mess. The crooks really tore through here. Look at the safe! The septium, which was supposed to be given to Her Majesty the Queen, has been stolen. I'm really sorry, especially after having you go to all the trouble to bring it here. It's not you who should be apologizing. It's the crooks who are in the wrong. By the way, how are the other rooms in the house? The other rooms, for the most part, appear to have been left untouched. They're about as messy as the attic room in which my wife and Lita were locked up in. Estelle, Joshua, there's something I want you to do. Which is... I'll speak with the mayor about the incident. I want you two to check out the inside of the house. You mean, like, an on-site investigation? Are you sure we're up to the task? Since we're all here, splitting up would be the best way to cover the most ground, no? Alright, we'll see what we can do. Proceed carefully and deliberately. Alright, Mayor Klaus. Klaus, how about we talk in the parlor? Sure. Now where to begin? An on-site investigation, huh? I'm starting to get butterflies in my stomach. How about we start from this room? And let's not forget to ask for witness statements from the other residents. Sounds like a plan. It's just like the mayor to have a ton of difficult books like this. It looks like he's got some valuable antique books here as well. The criminals either had no idea about the value of the books, or... I like this music. The investigation music is great. This is just a clutter box, right? It's empty as well. The box lock looks like it was burned off. The criminals may have used an orbital gun. Okay, so that was the same as the other bookshelf. This place is all torn apart. Lita would probably faint if she saw this. It looks like all the books on the shelf have been scattered about the room. It seems kind of senseless to have done all this. The gift that was delivered to the mayor for the queen is... Those crooks are not going to get away with this. It doesn't look like they jimmied the door either. They must have decrypted the combination and opened it, or... Could they really have cracked the combination? It's not impossible, but I imagine that it'd be difficult for anyone besides a skilled pro. My best guess is that they figured out the combination using a much simpler means. What do you mean by simpler means? Well, let's see. They could have, for example, dusted the buttons with a special powder. A powder like that would have absorptive properties, and due to its fineness, it would be invisible to the naked eye. However, if a blue light were placed over it, it would glow. Alright, and... Now let's imagine for a minute that the mayor entered the combination with the powder present. The powder on the buttons would stick to his fingers and come off. This would be one way to know which buttons were pressed. Now wait a minute, wouldn't they still not know the order in which the buttons were pressed? That's not exactly the case. As the powder collected on the fingers increased, the amount taken from the buttons would decrease. In other words, the crooks could press the buttons in order, starting from the least luminescent. It might be a little more difficult if there were duplicate numbers, but the crooks should be able to make a pretty good guess as to what they are. That makes sense. Joshua, are you a genius or something? That's just basic knowledge. Anyway, let's check out the buttons. Just as I thought, powder was used. Now there's no doubt in my mind that this safe was opened using the same method I just explained. Oh, right. Now the big question is, who dusted the buttons with that powder? We know it would have to have at least been someone who visited the residence. Right. Now figuring out who that is, that's going to be the tricky part. Look, there are some marks on this railing. You're right, and they're fresh too. It looks like something metal dug into the wood. Oh, like a grappling hook? Huh? What's this? Don't you think it's a bit strange for a leaf to be in a place like this? On top of that, it's not a type that grows around here. You're sharp, Estelle. This is the place where the residents were locked up. It was probably dropped by one of the criminals as they were locking everybody up. So it's a key piece of material evidence, right? Okay, it looks like there's nothing else up in the attic. I had such a scare. I was cleaning up the attic when suddenly a bunch of masked men came barging in. Masked men, huh? That means this wasn't a one-man job. How many people were in the group? I'd probably guess about 3 or 4. Oh, that reminds me, one of them was short. It might have even been a girl. Pretty sure I know who it was. And of course, any of you who've played this before already know, but I'm not going to say anything until it happens. Are you alright, ma'am? Yes, I'm fine. The intruders weren't violent towards us. Is there anything you noticed in particular about the intruders? They were wearing masks, so I wouldn't be able to tell you about any specific features. That reminds me, I'm certain the front door was locked. I locked the door just to be safe since my husband had gone to the chapel, and there were just the 2 of us here. I wonder how in the world they got in. Grappling hook. Yeah, all the other rooms are fine. Are you really done investigating? It seems a little too quick to me. How about looking around a little more carefully? I'm sure there's something you've missed. This is what things looked like when I came home. I didn't get a glimpse of the criminals either. Okay, so I missed something, because Shira's annoyed. They said that the door was locked at the time of the burglary, right? It doesn't look like the lock's been broken either, which means they got in another way. Which we already knew. I had the mayor run me through all the details. How about you two? Did you find anything? Alright, then let's check the details one by one and see what you've come up with. First off, what were the criminals after? How many of them were there? Where did they get into the house from? Point blank, what is the portrait of those thought to have committed the crime? Wow, you did a good job investigating. It looks like we'll be able to specify who the criminals are with this information. Mayor Klaus, over the past 2 or 3 days, have you had any new faces in your study? When you put it that way, I guess there's been a number of people. That reporter from the magazine company was one. Oh, so those two came to visit you too, huh? But at the time of the crime, they were with us at the Esmelas Tower. I think we can cross them off the list of suspects. I see. So, Mayor Klaus, were there any others? Other than that, there was only Josette. Let's not kid ourselves here. I think it'd be a bit of a stretch for her to be our thief. After all, she's a student at the Royal Academy. Criminals aren't always dressed so they can be easily spotted. As for a school uniform, if someone put their mind to it, they could create a replica. But I'm telling you, she was a really nice girl. She was modest and courteous. Right, Joshua? I'm sorry to say this, but I completely disagree. Huh? During that time, when the mayor put the septium into the safe, that girl's eyes lit up like a hunter's eyeing her prey. Of course, since I had no conclusive evidence, I couldn't call her out on it. But at least to me, she didn't seem like an ordinary student. You must be joking. At any rate, it looks like we're going to have to ask this girl a few questions. You wouldn't happen to know where she is, would you? If I remember right, she should be staying at the hotel. But she said something about taking off from Rolent sometime today. Well, it looks like we're going to have to hurry then. Estelle, Joshua, let's try the hotel first. Right. Understood. The music changed so quickly there. Okay, I'm gonna go try to buy gear first. Where would that be? Would it be at the general store or at the Orbital factory? Okay, not here. I didn't think it was at the Orbital factory either. Ah, no, it would be at the arms store. I forgot this existed. Yeah, I need to buy, like, everything. Okay. Yes. Okay, so they're both already wearing it, but they could use 2 of these. And Estelle already has better boots. Buy this for Joshua, though. And I might as well get the accessories. I have no reason not to. Okay. Which button? This button. I'm like, which button has... And then her shoes are already good, and she already has the bracelet. So now Joshua. There, that should help. And then I am actually just going to end it there, guys. We will go continue this investigation and talk to Josette in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you liked what you saw. If you did, feel free to drop a sub or check out my other content on Twitch and Twitter. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good day.